The endless horizon stretches out under the searing sun. A distant figure appears, a silhouette against the orange sky, struggling against the relentless heat of the desert. What if instead of lush forests or fertile plains, humans evolved to thrive in the vast, unforgiving desert? How did they survive this harsh environment? Could they truly conquer the elements, adapt, and forge life in a world where survival is a daily battle? The scorching sun beats down mercilessly on a small band of Homo habilis, their figures bent low against the hot wind. Their skin, darkened from years of exposure, glistens with sweat as they move in unison across the cracked, dry earth. The tribe is on the hunt, not for prey, but for something much more critical: water. With spears in hand, the group approaches a rare desert oasis, the shimmering pool reflecting the endless sky. The scene is silent, except for the whispers of the hot wind and the soft shuffle of their leather sandals in the sand. They pause near the edge of the water, using long reeds to collect and carry the precious liquid. Their hands, calloused and worn, work together with a fluid precision that shows years of practice and survival in this harsh environment. The youngest members, no older than 7 or 8, watch eagerly, their eyes filled with a mix of curiosity and awe as the elders work. The leader of the tribe, an older man with a weathered face, signals the others to move forward. They begin filling large leaves with water, securing them with knots made from strips of cactus. With their vital supplies gathered, they silently retreat into the dunes, avoiding the gaze of any lurking predators. In this desert, nothing can be taken for granted. As they return to their shelter, nestled within the shadows of a rock formation, a sudden distant rumble interrupts their quiet march. A storm, but not the usual type. This is a sandstorm, a vast wall of sand and wind towering over the horizon like a living thing. The sky darkens rapidly, and a suffocating heat begins to radiate as the temperature rises sharply. Without warning, the tribe breaks into action. Their leader calls out instructions with swift hand gestures, directing the group to take cover. The women and children rush into a nearby cave, while the men begin to use their knowledge of the terrain to reinforce the shelter with rocks and animal hides. Their actions are coordinated, practiced. Survival has become instinctive. Survival is in their blood. As the wind picks up, the sand whips through the air, stinging their exposed skin. But despite the relentless assault of nature, the tribe remains calm. They huddle together inside the cave, wrapping themselves in cloaks made from the tough hides of desert animals. The howling winds outside sound like a war cry, but within the cave, there is only the quiet breathing of the group waiting. The storm rages for hours, turning the world outside into an unrecognizable wasteland of sand and fury. As the storm finally begins to die down, the tribe slowly emerges from their shelter. The desert once again has taken its toll, but they are alive. For now. The desert may appear lifeless, but hidden dangers lurk in every shadow. As the tribe emerges from the storm's aftermath, they find fresh tracks in the sand, large circular prints with deep claw marks. A predator has followed the storm, using the chaos as cover. The leader kneels to study the trail, his eyes narrowing. It belongs to a giant desert lion, an apex predator perfectly adapted to this environment, capable of stalking prey for miles without water. The tribe stiffens, tension flowing like an invisible thread, binding them together. Without speaking, the men sharpen their stone tools against rough sandstone. Spears are adjusted, slings readied. The women herd the children back into the safety of the cave, their faces masks of silent fear. The air grows thick not with sand, but with the weight of imminent danger. The sun begins to dip shadows, stretching long across the dunes. That is when the lion appears, its golden mane dusted with sand, eyes glinting with hunger. It moves with deliberate grace, circling, waiting for weakness. The tribe forms a defensive semicircle, spears angled forward. The standoff begins. The silence shatters with a roar. The lion lunges, its muscles exploding with raw power. Spears thrust forward, meeting the predator mid-leap. One man is knocked to the ground, his scream muffled by sand as claws slash across his shoulder. Blood darkens the earth. Chaos erupts, but it is controlled chaos. Two hunters distract the lion with rapid feints, while another hurls a stone from his sling, striking the beast's flank. The lion recoils, momentarily disoriented. The leader seizes the chance, driving his spear deep into its side. The desert answers with howl of wind as predator and human collide in a primal struggle for dominance. The fight is brutal, desperate, and unrelenting. Dust clouds rise, obscuring the battlefield in a haze of orange light. Finally, with one last coordinated strike, the tribe overwhelms the lion. It collapses, defeated, its body lying still against the dunes. Breathless, the tribe gathers around their fallen comrade. His wound is severe, but survival has taught them remedies. From a pouch, one woman draws powdered herbs ground from desert plants, pressing them into the wound to slow the bleeding. Another ties strips of hide tightly across the shoulder. The injured man winces but lives proof that in this hostile desert, survival depends not only on courage, but on unity. Night falls quickly in the desert, and with it comes a piercing cold. Around a carefully guarded fire, the tribe gathers, their faces illuminated by flickering orange light. The carcass of the lion lies nearby its meat, and hide a grim but necessary gift of survival. Children press close to their mothers, eyes wide as sparks fly into the night sky. The hunters sit in silence, their breathing heavy, each scarred body telling the tale of the battle. The elder, the tribe's unspoken guide, raises his hands toward the fire. In his gestures, there is no triumph, only reverence, for the desert takes as much as it gives. The injured man lies at the circle's edge, wrapped in hides. The herbal mixture numbs his pain, while the tribe's constant presence ensures his spirit does not waver. Around them, the vast emptiness of the desert hums quietly, as if acknowledging their resilience. For this tribe, every night is both an ending and a beginning. They live not in defiance of the desert, but in partnership with its unforgiving rhythm. Their legend grows not from words, but from survival carved into the sand. The desert has taught the tribe many lessons, but none so profound as the lesson of migration. The seasons are changing, and the water sources that sustained them are now drying up. The leader, wise with years of experience, knows that their time here has come to an end. The desert, for all its brutal beauty, offers no mercy when resources run out. It is time to move. The tribe begins their journey across the dunes, their few belongings secured in woven baskets. Children are carried on the backs of their mothers, while the men and women work together to support the older injured members of the tribe. Their footsteps are heavy in the sand, but their spirits remain unbroken. Every step forward is a testament to their ability to endure. The migration is not swift. The desert is vast, and each day is a battle against fatigue and the unforgiving heat. But with each passing hour, there is a shared sense of purpose. They are moving toward a distant river, a life-giving oasis rumored to be nestled between the jagged cliffs that mark the edge of the desert. It is a long journey, but it is the only chance they have. At night, they rest beneath the stars, their fire casting long shadows across the sand. The children laugh, playing simple games with each other, their faces glowing in the warmth of the flames. The adults sit in silence, reflecting on the trials they have overcome, knowing that the hardest part of the journey lies ahead. After many days of travel, the tribe finally reaches the cliffs that mark the end of the desert. In the distance, they can see the glimmering river, the promise of water, and the hope of life. With a collective sigh of relief, the tribe moves toward the water, their pace quickening with each step. As they reach the river, they kneel to drink, their bodies trembling with exhaustion and joy. The desert has been left behind, but its lessons remain. In the harshest of environments, they have learned the true meaning of survival, not just by strength or skill, but by unity and perseverance. The tribe has survived, and now they will thrive once more. The sun dips below the horizon, and as the first stars appear, the tribe gathers around their fire once again. The leader raises his hands, a silent gesture of gratitude to the desert, the fire, and to the tribe who made it through together. In this moment, they know that though the desert is vast and unforgiving, they have learned to survive, and they will continue to endure.